Konnichiwa. So today we're gonna do this super important lesson. Okay, so if you travel a lot and if you come to Japan and you're gonna need some Japanese, but you can't speak Japanese full sentence, right? So in this case, we're gonna use this phrase. 日本語できますか? Well, actually, you don't use this phrase, but you're gonna be asked, okay? And today's goal is 日本語や他の言葉ができるかどうか質問したり、質問に答えたりすることができる is the goal today, alright? So, you speak language, right? But you speak just one language or two or more? Well, you can ask what language do they speak so you can communicate with them well, all right? Well, first we're gonna listen to the dialogue as usual, okay? So we're gonna do right here, okay? 会話を聞きましょう. Well, here, look at this picture, okay? So we're gonna do this from 1 through 4. We're gonna listen to the dialogue from 1 through 4, okay? And so this man asks you something, okay? And this woman asks you something, okay? Something like that, okay? So all the dialogues are asking you something. So listen carefully, okay? Well, here we go.
1、
はい、どうぞ。
どうも。
お客さん、日本語できますか？
はい、少しできます。
Okay, well, number 2.
2、これ、読んでください。日本語、わかりますか？
すみません、わかりません。
じゃあ、英語、わかりますか？
はい、わかります。
Number 3.
3、中国語できますか？
はい、できます。我可以帮你吗？
Number 4.
4、
インドネシア語わかりますか？
はい、少し。アパカバ？
Well, you sometimes ask someone to, what language do they speak? So we're gonna listen to one more time, and we're gonna catch what phrase they said. Okay. So for example, we're gonna do this together. Number 1. Okay. So back to this number 1. All right.
1、
はい、どうぞ。
どうも。
お客さん、日本語できますか？
はい、少しできます。
So this is you, and you are in a restaurant or something, okay? It's kind of a store, you see, but it's kind of a restaurant, okay? Or bar. And this man said, はい、どうぞ. And then he said, お客さん、日本語できますか？お客さん、日本語できますか? So this is what he said. So there's a speech bubble and you catch this word, this phrase, right? 日本語できますか? So you put B right here, okay? Well, let's do the number 2.
2これ読んでください。日本語わかりますか？
すみません。わかりません。
じゃあ英語わかりますか？
はい、わかります。
Well, she said 2 phrases, right? So first, 日本語わかりますか? Then, she said, じゃあ英語わかりますか? So answers A and C. On number 3.
3中国語できますか？
はい、できます。我可以帮你吗？
Well, apparently this is you and you are asking to him something, right? And she said, well, you said, 中国語できますか? Alright, so answer is D. Alright, well, number 4.
4
インドネシア語わかりますか？
はい、少し。アパカバ
Well, this is you again, and you ask something to her. Then you asked, インドネシア語わかりますか? So answer is E, right? Well, the next one, number 2. This number 2. 答えに注目してもう一度聞きましょう. Alright? So, in this box, you see 日本語 Japanese, 日本語、英語、中国語、インドネシア語, right? So, this question is asking you, listen to the dialogue again. We're going to listen to the dialogue again. Then, pay attention to these answers. All right? And this question is asking you, these people can do this language, right? For example, so this is number 1, right? This is number 1. So number 1, he, right? And he asks you, 日本語できますか? Because he said, 日本語できますか? お客さん、日本語できますか? Then, what he said, you're gonna catch what he is gonna say. And if he speaks Japanese, then Japanese, right? So, if he speaks Japanese, circle, correct. And if he doesn't speak Japanese, cross, make it cross, because he doesn't speak in Japanese, all right? Well, we're gonna do like this, all right? So, let's listen to the number 1 first. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
1
はい、どうぞ。
どうも。
お客さん、日本語できますか？
はい、少しできます。
Well, did you catch what he said? お客さん、日本語できますか? Then he said, はい、少しできます。はい、少しできます。はい is yes, right? And できます。できます。can do. Can do is a direct translation, okay, to English, okay? And はい、できます。はい、少しできます。So, 少し Do you know what this means? 少し。はい、少しできます。少し means just a little, tiny bit. Okay, so はい、少しできます。So you can speak some phrases of Japanese, right? So or something like this. はい、少しできます。Or you can ask somebody like トイレはどこですか? Or something like that. Alright, so he said はい、少しできます。So it's circle. Alright? Well, we're gonna listen to the number 2. Okay?
2これ読んでください。日本語わかりますか？
すみません、わかりません。
じゃあ英語わかりますか？
はい、わかります。
Well, she said, she asked, "日本語できますか?" Then, so technically you are asked. You are asked. Like, 日本語できますか? I'm asking you. Then you said, 日本語わかりません, right? So cross. じゃあ、英語わかりますか? Then you said, はい、わかります。Circle, right? So listen to this one more time, okay?
2これ読んでください。日本語わかりますか？
すみません、わかりません。
じゃあ英語わかりますか？
はい、わかります。
はい、わかりますね。では、number 3.
3中国語できますか？
はい、できます。我可以帮你吗？
はい、できます。He said, はい、できます。Right? So, 中国語 circle. Right? Well, let's do number 4.
インドネシア語わかりますか？
はい、少し。アバカバ
She said, はい、少し。はい means yes, right? So you don't have to say できます. Yes, I can do it. Okay? You can just say yes. And how many or how much? Just a little. This is what she said. So she can speak Indonesian circle. All right? Well, this is what I just said. Number 3. はいできます right? はい少し This is what she said, right? Well, let's listen to one more time and how you can respond to it. Okay? So listen to the 207. Okay?
1
はい、どうぞ。
どうも。
お客さん、日本語できますか？
はい、少しできます。
Well, he said, はい、少しできます。So, the answer is H. Okay? And next one.
2これ読んでください。日本語わかりますか？
すみません、わかりません。
じゃあ英語わかりますか？
はい、わかります。
So there's two answers, right? So listen to one more time.
2これ読んでください。日本語わかりますか？
すみません、わかりません。
じゃあ英語 わかりますか？
はい、わかります。
Well, she said two phrases. First, J and G. すみません、わかりません。わかりません and わかります。Look at this part. わかりません and わかります。わかりません So, look at here, this わかりま are the same, right? And せん す this is the difference. So, わかります means I understand or I know. Something like that. So, you acknowledge something that you know something or you can understand what it is. So this is わかります and this is a denying form, so which is you don't understand or you don't know something. Okay, so わかりません or わかります. Alright. Well, it's funny that you say you don't understand Japanese or you don't know Japanese, right? But in Japanese, you're asked about the knowledge. You have the knowledge of the Japanese language or something like that. So you don't have to differentiate understand and knowing. Okay? So you do know Japanese? Then yes. You do understand Japanese? Then yes. わかります or わかりません. Okay? You don't have to confuse about this. Some people get confused between these because there's two translations, right? Know, to know or to understand. But both, it's kind of mixed. Know and understand into this. わかります or わかりません. Alright? So you don't have to confuse about this. Alright? So you are asked. You are asked. 日本語わかりますか on this number 2, right? And number 1, this man said 日本語できますかできますか can do. And she said 日本語わかりますか日本語わかりますか Can you do 日本語 Japanese? Can you understand or do you understand Japanese or do you know Japanese? This is the difference. But these questions are asking you that you can speak Japanese or not, right? Do you know Japanese? Japanese language? That it seems like they ask you like, do you know Japanese? 日本語わかりますか Do you understand Japanese? Do you know Japanese? Let's say, or can you do Japanese or can you speak Japanese? Those are asking you, do you speak Japanese? Okay? We don't differentiate those difference, We're just asking you that do you speak Japanese or not? Okay? So you don't have to confuse about this too. All right? Well, let's listen to the number 3.
3、中国語できますか？
はい、できます。我可以帮你吗？
Well, he said, はい、できます. Then he mumbled some Chinese. I don't speak Chinese, but well, all right. And number 4.
4、
インドネシア語わかりますか？
はい、少し。Apa kabar?
Well, she said, hi, 少し. So answer is I. Alright? Well, let's ignore this number 4. Then we're gonna do this one. Okay? 言葉ができるか質問しましょう。言葉 language, words. Okay? So, you're gonna have to ask someone that they speak this language. Okay? Alright, so I'm gonna ask you first. This one. 日本語できますか？日本語できますか？ Do you speak Japanese? Well, if not, then you can answer like this. できません or すみません。できません。すみません。できません。すみません means sorry or excuse me. And できません means can't do, cannot do, okay? And I'm gonna ask you another question, alright? This one. 日本語わかりますか？日本語わかりますか？ If you don't speak Japanese, then you can say すみません、わかりません。すみません、わかりません。or わかりません。Alright? Well, like I said before, we don't differentiate those できません and わかりません。わかります、できます。Positive form or negative form できません。わかりません、right? We don't differentiate, okay? So you can pick anything you want, alright? So, well, you are now learning Japanese, so you can, you know some Japanese, right? You know some Japanese. So I'm gonna ask you, 日本語わかりますか？ Then you answer this. Well, I'm gonna ask you so you can answer in the comments below. Alright? So, 日本語できますか？ You're gonna answer by speaking for this time. Alright? 日本語できますか？ You answer it. Alright? Well, I'm gonna ask you I'm gonna ask you, what language do you speak? Language, right? So, if you speak the language, then you can say yes. Then, if you don't speak that language, then you can deny my question, okay? So, this kanji means language. Go. Okay? And I'm gonna ask you, 中国語できますか？中国語できますか？ I'm asking you. Your answer is? Comment in the down below. 中国語できますか？ You answer it. Well, China, language, then 中国語, Chinese. Alright? 和数 Nick. Well, I speak a little Chinese, so if you ask me, if you ask me, 中国語できますか? As you ask me now, then I'm gonna say, はい、少しできます。はい、少しできます。Well, I'm gonna ask you, スペイン語できますか? スペイン語できますか? Spain. It's the same. Spain in English. In Japanese, we say Spain. In English, Spain. Spain language. スペイン語できますか? ¿Hablas español? スペイン語できますか? You answer it. Well, if you speak Spanish, then はい、できます or はい、わかります。Okay? Well, if you have any questions, you can comment down below. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. ありがとう。